I'm Kelli Ritter, and I'm here with Lisa Stroud, and we're going to be talking about Lisa's wellness journey. Thank you so much for being so open and being here. So you got the cancer diagnosis when?
April. Actually, we're coming up on the anniversary. It was 5 years ago when I got the diagnosis.
Right.
Yeah.
So 5 years ago. April.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was quite a journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was.
So I remember what I saw was your courage and resilience, and you just had a great attitude, and you had changed things in your diet and were like warrior going at it.
I appreciate that.
And I don't know how it felt
for
you, but that's what I saw. So I wanted to have you on our Wellness in the World just to share the inspiration and what you've gone through in your wellness journey.
Yeah, I think that I read a lot of articles about mind over matter.
Yep.
And even my chemo doctor was like, if you set your mind straight and say you can conquer it, then you just will. So I just treated cancer like it was a common cold. I just said, okay, I'm sick and I just need to do what I need to do to make myself better.
Wow.
And so that was, my mindset going into it. And exercise, the day before, the day after chemo, I was in the gym, working out.
Amazing.
Yeah, it helped me to just try to lead a normal life like I did before. So I tried not to deviate from what I did before I got cancer.
Right.
A lot of people stop work, take leave of absence. I worked the entire time through chemo. It just helped me feel normal,
Yeah.
So it was, it wasn't as bad as it could have been, I think, if I hadn't had the right mindset.
Yeah, I think it made a huge difference.
But friends and family had some great support. I remember coming over here and you making special food for me during parties.
I loved making food for you because you were so gracious about it, and I loved trying things and seeing if you liked it. And
you're an amazing cook.
Oh, that's really sweet.
I really appreciate your help through all that.
It was my pleasure.
Yeah.
But you had changed a lot of your food, and where were you learning? Were you just listening to your body? Were you?
No, I just felt like trying to get the chemo out was it's hard to explain. So you want it to do what it's supposed to do.
Right.
But you also want it to leave as quickly as it can. So taking some supplements, like even just small things like cranberry extract to help with the kidneys, and one thing that really saved me was glutamine, and I'm not sure I'm not pronouncing that right. It's an amino acid.
Yeah.
And lysine is also helpful with mouth sores and things like that.
Okay.
So there were all these different supplements I was taking that were just helped. I started doing my research online, alternatives to, prescribed medicines other than the chemo, which had to do its job. I didn't want to take anything else that I didn't need to take.
Right.
So certain supplements definitely helped.
Well, and I would watch you eat lots of vegetables.
Yeah.
And you had your shakes.
I did a lot of smoothies, but I did all green. I didn't do any dairy.
Right.
Yeah, except for the occasional mac and cheese, because that's the only thing I could stomach.
Yeah.
But kale and spinach and apples tasted like apples. So when you're on chemo, you're searching for things that taste like
normal.
Yeah. So they're
like you think they should taste.
Yeah. And it's different chemo's different for everybody.
Right.
Some people can do certain things that other people can't.
Right.
Eventually spinach was horrible.
Okay.
So I had to keep searching for vegetables that tasted. Bananas, for some reason, always tasted like bananas through the entire journey. So that was one thing I could add to smoothies that wasn't, horrible.
Didn't taste metallic.
Right,
or have
exactly.
Some weird taste to it.
Yeah, and coconut oil was a lifesaver too, because your mouth and your skin get so dry. So it's pretty much saved me oil pulling and things like that.
Oh, so you did oil pull. Did you do other things, other alternative? So you did supplements, you changed your diet.
Yeah.
Oil pulling.
Oil pulling saved my teeth.
Wow.
My dentist said it's the best set of teeth he's seen after a chemo. And he asked me what I did, and I said I oil pulled every night, because in the middle of the night you would get super thirsty, and if you would rinse with coconut oil at night, it definitely helps with controlling the thirst during the night.
So how did you do that? What did you just?
You just take a tablespoon of coconut oil and rinse. They say 15 minutes. It's almost impossible to do that when you're on chemo, because
almost impossible
to do it when you're not.
Yeah.
So as long as you can stand it, and then you spit it out. Some people brush before, some people brush after. During chemo, I like to brush after.
Okay.
That might not be the way you're supposed to do it.
Whatever
works for you during chemo, whatever works, you stick to it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's a great. Because I've heard lots of great things about oil pulling anyway, what it can do for your body.
Yeah, it's really, and I would take a Q-tip and put coconut oil in my nose too, because you lose all hair during chemo, so the hair in your nostrils is gone. So everything. Everything.
I didn't think about that.
And eyelashes, so you're constantly having to use drops for eyes, and your skin gets so dry. Yeah. It's a very aging drug.
Yeah.
It's bad.
But it did what it was supposed to do for you.
Yeah. I'm fully recovered, and, I didn't revert back to old habits after, because my cancer was estrogen hormone driven. I decided to cut all meat out of my diet. I didn't want any extra hormones coming in, because I didn't want to relapse. So I eat fish, but mostly all vegetables.
And you eat some fruit.
Yeah, some fruit. Sugar is weird. I don't.
Yeah.
I just don't really like sugar, and now I don't eat bananas a whole lot, because it kind of reminds me of what happened. Yeah. Mostly fruits and vegetables now. I don't do shakes though. I like to chew my food. I don't like to drink my calories.
So it was working for you when you were in recovery. Yeah. Trying to heal your body, but now. Yeah. I just think for me, it's important to listen to your body. Yeah. And if something has been working for you for a while and suddenly isn't, that's okay. Yeah. Changing my diet has made me feel incredible. I feel really good. Problem is I like food too much, and I'm really gotta scale it back. Even calories are calories, Yeah, moderation is essential. So that's what I'm working on now, is trying to I know it tastes good, but you gotta calm it down. So what is your diet like now?
Like specifically, or like a daily menu, or what is it?
Well, I'm just wondering, what are some of the main things that you always have?
One thing I love is roasting vegetables. Okay. I love to roast vegetables. I'll put anything on a pan, put it in the oven, and roast them, and then I'll throw it over pasta. Of course you can do gluten-free or whatever. Right. But I'll take raw spinach and put it in the bottom of a bowl, and then once you put the pasta on top and then the roasted vegetables, the spinach will be, but I just don't like overcooked spinach. I think that's slimy and gross. And I'll do the same thing with kale, or any of the harder greens. You can put them in the bottom of the bowl. And if you don't want it, if you're on a low carb diet, you can always take the pasta out and just put the roasted vegetables right on top of the spinach. Right, or you use spiralized vegetables, or spaghetti squash. So I use a lot of spaghetti squash since I don't eat pasta anymore. So that's... And now they sell the spiralized pasta, like in a to-go thing. It's expensive, but if you're in a pinch for time, it's good. It works. Yeah. Well, I've started just taking. I can just do. What do you call this when you're Oh, the
peeler.
Yeah, the peeler.
Take a
Yeah,
peeler.
like a potato peeler.
Yeah, just a peeler, and just like
Yeah.
and make some little strings of like zucchini or whatever,
Yeah.
and that's fine. It works fine. It's not like we're trying to,
Yeah.
put it on a restaurant.
Right.
So,
Yeah. I still eat pasta and things like that. I try to scale back on that a little bit, but once you're 90% vegan, it gets challenging to get full.
Right.
And so I use a lot of nutritional yeast. I love it. I think it's very similar to Parmesan.
Yeah.
There are certain restaurants now, like Melon Mushroom will do a cashew cheese.
Yep.
And we do a lot. The key with that, though, is to do very little because it doesn't melt like cheese.
That's true.
So it kind of gets gross fused too much. But a lot of restaurants now have a lot of options, like vegetable, vegan options that aren't bad.
Yeah. So you're vegan mostly.
I would say 90%, yeah. But I don't do any poultry or no birds, no pigs, no cows. Yeah.
Okay.
But
Put a little fish. How else do you get your protein?
People don't get it, but if you look it up, there's protein in every single vegetable. Every
There
vegetable
is
has protein. And a lot of people are steering away from legumes because of, different people say that beans and things like that aren't really good for you. I have them sometimes.
Well, it depends on your bio-individuality and what your body can do, because lots of cultures that have, like the oldest living people in the cultures, the blue zones is what they call them, right? The sanitarians, a lot of them eat beans.
Right.
And so if they're cooked properly, like if they're soaked and they're cooked really well, then usually people can digest them, but some people can't. But if you can, that's great.
Yeah.
And if you're and if it's working for you, that's really the key.
Yeah. I do take a B complex supplement to
yes,
because of the meat. Yeah. But I think that it's sad that people have that misconception that people that are vegan aren't getting enough protein.
Yeah.
And I haven't had any issues, And when I go for my physicals, my blood work comes back great.
Good.
Yeah, low cholesterol, because most meat,
yeah,
that's where you get your cholesterol from. You don't have any cholesterol in vegetables.
Right.
So I encourage people that have high cholesterol, so they don't have to take the statins, which make you feel horrible, to try a mostly vegetable diet.
Well, everything I look at, from gut health to mental health to, fighting cancer, making vegetables key.
Yeah.
And then, and good fats are really important.
Yeah.
But, and then see what else your body can tolerate.
Yeah.
I think, now he's looking at me. Hi, buddy. My body seems to want more protein. So, but I like doing like bone broths and things like that.
I've heard they're really good for you.
Yeah. But you gotta do what you
and I think that in other cultures, for us, like meat is the largest portion on our plate.
Right. Everybody says I'm going to have this meat and then I'm going to have these vegetables with it. Instead of going, I'm going to have these vegetables and
this meat. Yeah. I think it's the Japanese culture that says that meat is a treat. It's not something that they do often.
Right.
So.
Many cultures that are really healthy will have it maybe once a week. Yeah. It's not.
Yeah.
But it isn't that readily available either.
You hope that you know where your meat comes from too.
Right.
I think that's really important.
Well, all your food as much as you can.
Yeah. Even your veggies, if you can get them organic.
And local. That's helpful.
I think it's important.
So what else about your wellness journey would you want people to know?
The thing about chemo and cancer is that you don't forget. Every day you're reminded when you wake up and you don't have eyebrows anymore or eyelashes, or after a double mastectomy there's scarring, and so you're constantly needing to remind yourself how precious life is and that you're in control of your own happiness. You can't depend on other people to make you happy. I think your mind is the first thing you need to get right. And then start with, your intake of food. Although intake of food is what helps you get your mind right.
Yeah.
So it's
they
like
work together.
Yeah, they do work together. But I just, I think attitude is everything. And I think I'm pretty much the happiest I've ever been. I really do believe that. And I think that it, if cancer brought me to this point, then, so be it. But as far as food goes, I just respect it so much more than I did before.
Right. And using it to heal your body.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I find fascinating, is that we can use it for fuel or medicine, but it can also poison our bodies. Yeah. And I mean, we're the only culture, I think, or one of the only cultures that has a separate word for mind and body. Most cultures, mind, body, I mean, they're not separate.
Right.
Mind, body, spirit. I would probably add spirit in there. And I think your mind is one of your greatest tools in healing your body. And nutrition is foundational. So if you can get your gut healthy and get your nutrition right so that your body can actually absorb the nutrients, it'll help your mind, but then vice versa. So, and you're a really fun person. You've always been
I appreciate that.
Fun person anyway, so to have a great attitude.
Yeah.
But I think going through what you've been through really makes life much more precious. And, I know some people just can't seem to get their attitude adjusted.
I think that some people, they think cancer, it's doomsday and like it's a death sentence. And I never thought that the entire time.
Yeah.
I never thought this is it. You
did not. I mean,
I just didn't. I was like, no, I have stuff to do. So we need to get this out of the way because I don't have time for cancer right now. So, with my oncologist, I was like, okay, this treatment, okay. And then I started doing my research on my wellness journey because I wasn't gonna, after chemo, take any more medication. That was it.
Yeah.
She didn't really like that too much, but she's learned that when I come into the office, this is how Lisa's doing it. Yeah. But she did take some notes, and she's, she'll call me occasionally, have her chemo patients call me for things that I did to get me through.
Good.
And exercise, I'm telling you, it was because laying around just with all those chemicals in your body and not expelling them, it would make someone miserable, I think.
Right. So what kind of exercise?
I just went to the gym. Yeah. My sister gave me a little iPod and put all this inspirational music on it, and I would put my headphones on and just hit the treadmill. Sometimes outside, it just depended on, I couldn't really be out in the sun during chemo.
That's right.
So I had to, be indoors doing my exercise, did some weight training, which was good for muscle retention because you lose a lot of muscle during chemo, which the glutamine helps with also.
Right, those amino acids.
Yeah, the amino acids are key during chemo.
Are you still taking those two?
Oh, yeah.
Got your supplements?
Yeah. I'll still do that. Some essential oils.
Any in particular that you like?
I like lemon in my water, but the lemon oil, like the essential oil, it's a lot stronger. Frankincense is good.
I do like frankincense.
Do a lot of tea tree oil on my toenails because I lost some during chemo. And it helps with the growth. And vitamin E oil, I add it to my lotion. And pineapple is good for bruising and healing.
Actually, the immune system too.
My surgeon told me that. I was surprised. I thought she was going to prescribe me something. She's like, make sure you eat a lot of pineapple after surgery. I was like, wow, it's good. It's catching on in the medical.
Right.
It's really great. So, that's just mind over matter, I think, is the key.
And anything about sleep? How?
There's no sleep.
Okay.
I can't. I haven't mastered that one yet.
Okay.
I haven't
That's
mastered
next.
sleep. Yeah. Occasionally, when I wake up and it's been 5 hours straight sleep, that's amazing. I mean, I've tried lavender, and I think that's an age thing too. I think with breast cancer, depending on which kind you have, they throw you into menopause because they want you to shut down all the estrogen.
Right.
So with that comes, because it's sped up,
Right.
you have not anymore because I was sped through it, so I'm kind of done with it. But there was, literally every 10 minutes were hot flashes. It was insane. But ice water constantly helped cool me down. Yeah. But there's been no sleep. I don't know what that. Have you mastered that?
Yeah, but I've always been a good sleeper.
Oh, well, that's good.
But I have some ideas for you.
Okay.
Some sleep hygiene. So.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, because that's important.
Yeah.
Too. But whatever you're doing really well. I'm great coming back. Hi, Levi. Yeah, so keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, and like I said, you guys were extremely helpful and so positive, and it was a lot of fun hanging out, weekly with people and making food that you thought, and it was always so good. I was really amazed at how you knew. Like every time you cooked something, it tasted exactly like it was supposed to.
Oh, I hope.
Yeah, it was great. I really appreciate it.
But you also were easy to be around.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like you were sick either.
Yeah. I didn't want anybody. I don't like pity.
Of course not. And so, and it was. Yeah,
and it was great wearing wigs and,
being different.
Yeah, it was. Going to work, I always felt like, some kind of spy. I like had the wig on, the sunglasses, and I just remember going into the office feeling like I was, an undercover agent. It was funny. And that's how it got me through it, though, because I kept thinking, people know I'm wearing a wig. They have to know. So I would go to the bank, and my normal teller would say, oh my God, love that haircut. And I'd be like, she doesn't even know it's a wig, So it made me feel really good when people didn't recognize that it wasn't my real hair,
Yeah.
So it's hard to wear a wig when you don't have hair under a wig. People don't understand that.
Oh,
Yeah, it's easier to look like you're not wearing a wig when you have hair. Yeah, because there's all this space in between. It's really interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
And how different, how the hair on your head grows back, but your eyebrows don't grow back and your eyelashes don't grow back. It's so weird where the body chooses it's gonna. I would prefer the head, so I'm good,
Yeah.
So I'm considering microblading, but I haven't committed yet. So.
Well, you look great.
Well, thank you. I try hard.
Yeah, so thank you so much.
Yeah, no, you're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Bye, everyone.
Bye.